Welcome to my online class, my dear students. I hope all of you are hale and hearty. So I'm also fine. Today I would like to teach you English second paper, and today's topic is right form of verbs. Before going to lesson, let's see the forms of verbs. Okay. Actually, in English grammar, there are total 5 forms of verbs. Okay, and they are verb present, verb past, verb past participle, be plus as or es, be plus ing. That means verb plus ing. Okay, so in English grammar, verb present is called, now in modern time it is called v1, and past form is called v2, past participle form is called v3, and as or es is called v4, and verb plus ing is called v5. Okay, let's see the some forms of verbs. Be verb, am is are, these are be verb, and the be verb am is are, the past form is was were, and past participle form is been, and there is no as or es form of am is are. Okay, and being will be the ing form of be verb. And again, if you see have has, the past form of have has is had, and having. It's also doesn't have any as or es form. Okay, do, did, done, does, doing, write, wrote, written, writes, writing, speak, spoke, spoken, speaks, speaking. Actually, these are the forms of verbs. Okay, how many forms we have found here? We have found 5 forms. 5 forms: b1, b2, b3, and b4, and b5. Okay, these 5 forms are called right form of verbs. Okay, so now let's talk about how to solve right form of verbs and what are the ways of solving right form of verbs. Okay, I have written 4 ways and 4 techniques here, and these are the ways of solving your right form of verbs. First, you have to know some grammatical rules, and then you have to learn verb forms and their meaning. Okay, so verb forms, as I earlier show you, these are the verb forms. I have written only 10 to 12 verbs here, right? But there are lots of verbs. Okay, according to as a student, I mean, for every classes, you need to learn some verbs. Okay, I think for class 3, student needs to learn minimum 50 verbs, and for class 4 he has to learn or she has to learn minimum 100 verbs, and for the students of class 4, minimum they have to learn 200 verbs, and for class 5, minimum they have to learn 300 plus verb, right? This way you have to memorize your verbs so you can understand as a student of class 9 or 10 or 11 or 12 how many verbs you have to learn, right? Guess and think yourself. Okay, let's learn. So first, learn verb forms and their meanings. Okay, you have to learn the verb forms and their meanings, and you have to know some grammatical rules, and you have to prepare idea about tense. Okay, as you know, the tense and verbs have a interrelation. Okay, they have a good relation according to grammar. According to grammar, we see everywhere tense is available. So without knowing tense, your right form of verb It's not possible. Okay, and then the technique is understanding the given passage. That means the passage what you are given to your question paper, you have to understand this passage. Okay, and then you will be able to solve this right form of verbs. These are the four techniques, these are the four ways of solving right form of verbs. Okay, have you understood? I hope you understood. Now let's see some grammatical rules. Okay, as I have said, you have to know some special grammatical rules. Okay, now I would like to talk about some special grammatical rules and what are the grammatical rules are. Okay, before going to grammatical rules, as I earlier told you, there are 5 forms of grammar. If we know when the verb form will be present and when the verb form will be past, when the verb form will be pp, and when the verb form will be before and b5, then we can easily solve grammatical rules. Okay, we can easily solve right form of verbs. Actually, these 5 forms are used in right form of verbs. Okay, so let's see where verb form will be present and where verb form will be past. These rules have been included here. First, talk about verb present. I mean verb present কোথায় কোথায় হবে সেই রোলগুলো আমি এখানে একত্রিত করেছি। ওকে, সর্বপ্রথম দেখো ফর্মুলা 1। আমি এগুলাকে ফর্মুলা নাম দিয়েছি। তোমরা যখন ম্যাথস করো তোমাদের কিছু ফর্মুলা মনে রাখতে হয়, সূত্র মনে রাখতে হয়। ইংলিশের জন্য এগুলো মনে রাখবে এক একটি ফর্মুলা। These are the formula. Okay, formula number 1. Whenever you see in a passage, always, regularly, generally, usually, occasionally, these types of words, then you will use the verb present. Okay, present indefinite tense. That means verb will be present. Okay, say for example, English usually helps to get good job. Okay, English usually, here subject is English. Here usually is the word that is given in formula 1. Okay, so English usually helps, here verb is helps, okay, to get a good job. Why it is as by yes form? As or yes form, as or yes form is here because according to present simple tense, we know if the subject is singular and third person, then verb will take as or yes form. That's why it has been here helps. Okay, I hope you understood. He always prays his prayer. Same case is here also. He always prays his prayer. Here you see praise. Why? Here subject is he. As it is singular and it is third person, that's why it has become praise. Okay. Now go to formula now 2. If you see any modal auxiliary like can, could, may, might, shall, should, will, ought, must, used to, have to, need to, dare, these types of all kinds of modal auxiliary, after modal auxiliary, verb will be present. That means verb will be V1. Okay, so let's see. He can do the sum. He can do the sum. It may rain today. Here, modal auxiliary is can. After can, you see verb is present here, right? After can, verb is present here. So in this way, you have to know which verb forms will be used in right form of verbs. So this is the formula number 2. After modal auxiliary, verb will be present. Okay, it may rain today. Here, modal auxiliary is may. After may, verb is here rain. Okay, verb present. Okay. Now, formula number 3. If you see in right form of verb, had better, had rather, ought better, ought rather, let, must, need, dare, ought sooner, or had sooner. These words, after these words, you will use generally V1. V1 will be used after these words. Okay, let's see the example. Let's see the example. He had better read newspaper regularly. Had better. Here, had better is available. That's why after had better's verb read will not be changed. Okay, though here he is subject third person singular, but verb will not take any as or es form. Okay. Because of modal auxiliary, after modal auxiliary, verb will not take as or is form. It will take only V1. That means verb based form. Okay, this is the rule. Now go to formula number 2. Okay, formula number 2, 3, 4. Formula number 4. In formula 4, we see 2 plus B1. That means generally after 2, verb will be present. Okay, he came here to learn English. Here you see here preposition 2 is available, and after 2, verb will be present. Only 2. After only 2, verb will be present. Okay. Formula 5. Don't or doesn't, didn't, then verb will be present. That means V1. He didn't go to Dhaka. Here didn't is the is negative form, and after didn't, verb will be here go, not went. Okay, didn't go, didn't sleep, didn't come, didn't read. Okay, he doesn't sing. Here doesn't is negative auxiliary. That's why here negative, after negative, doesn't, don't, verb will be present. Okay, that's why he doesn't sing a song. He doesn't sing a song. Okay, next. You see a universal truth. After universal truth, you will use here verb present. The earth moves around the sun. Here subject is the earth, move is verb, and why it is as or is, as we see verb as or is as third person singular. That's why here verb is moves. Okay, though it is verb form. Okay, B4. B4 and V1 is similar. That's why I try to teach you both the items here at a time. Okay. Now go to the next. See. Now we will talk about B2, where verb form past will be used. Okay. If you see yesterday, one day ago, once, last, after few days, last night, once upon a time, in the past, previously, these past tense marker will be available in the passage. Then you will use past form. That means B2. Verb will be past form. I received your letter yesterday. Here you see yesterday is available. That's why your verb will be received. Okay, B2. One day I borrowed a book from you. One day. It is also past tense marker. Okay, one day. One day. That's why here verb will be borrowed. Okay, this is the truth. Now formula 8. If you say in your passage, it's time, it's high time, wish or fancy, these words, after these words you will use verb past. Okay, I fancy I turn a page. Here subject I, verb is turn. Here turn has been why, as I fancy is available here. Okay, it is high time we develop. It is high time. Remember that after it is high time, if you see here to, then verb will not be past form. Then verb will be B1. Okay, this is also another rules. Formula 9, before or after. Okay, in before or after, verb also used B2, but where? Okay, when you see before in the middle of the sentence, if you see before past perfect and then after subject, verb will be past. Okay, so and at the time of using before, you will use after the verb will be past, and before the verb will be past perfect. Okay, I came after I had come. Here before after, the verb will be past, and before at the time of before, after before, the verb will be past. Okay, and at the time of using after, before after, verb will be past. Okay, and the opposite one will be past perfect. Okay, now formula 10. According to grammatical rule, as soon as your verb form will be to. Okay, and the verb will be past form. both the verbs will be past form. As soon as he saw the tiger, here verb is saw and here verb is ran. Both the verb has become past form. Okay, has been used as a past form. Verb past participle. Now let's talk about verb past participle. That means when the verb form will be V3. Okay. In Formula 11, you see after have, has, had, get, got, getting, having, verb will be V3. In anywhere, if you see have, has, had, get, got, getting, okay, having, after these words, verb will be V3. Okay, she got married, not that is not true. She got married yesterday, right? After got, verb will be V3 here. Here got is available, that's why married will be correct form here. I had my car cleaned. Here had is available, that's why here clean will be cleaned. Having taken, after having, verb will be V3. Okay. Okay, our culture is getting westernized. Getting westernized. আমাদের সংস্কৃতি পশ্চিমা শাসকদের যে সংস্কৃতি সেটা আস্তে আস্তে হয়ে যাচ্ছে। ওকে, এটাই বোঝাচ্ছে। Now formula 12. All passive plus P3. That means if you see any passive form in English grammar, you see verb will be always in V3. Look, a letter was written. Here, that is the passive form. Okay, here a letter is not doer. Okay, that is passive form. A letter cannot do action. Okay, that's why a letter was written. Okay, I write a letter, you write a letter, I and you can write the letter, but a letter cannot do this action. Okay, that's why it will be passive. A letter was written. The news was published. The news was published. Here mistake. The news was published. That was the was. Okay, news was published. Now after model, if you see V or have, then verb form will be V3. Whenever you see after model V or have, then you will use V3. Suppose the work ought to be do, not, that is not correct. The work ought to be done. He will be helped, that will not be correct. He will be helped by me, that will be the correct. Okay, now after, whenever you see just now, already, yet, ever, lately, recently, immediately, these words, after these words you will use present perfect tense. That means V3. Okay, he has transferred from Dhaka recently. He has transferred, that means he has transferred from Dhaka recently. We have shifted to safe place immediately. Okay, that will be the correct form. She has transferred, she has transferred, we have shifted, that will be the correct form. Okay, verb in form or verb B5. Okay, when the verb in form or B5 will be used after prefer to. Whenever you see prefer to, then verb will be in form. Look, Tarikul prefers to reading newspaper. Here prefers to, after prefers to, you see read verb has taken in form. Tarikul prefers to reading newspaper. Okay, formula 16. All continuous tense. If you see it is present continuous, then verb will be in form. If you see that is the past continuum, no matter at all, it will be also past verb plus ing. If you see future continuous, then verb will be in form. Okay, look, but that must be active form or active voice. Okay, he is writing. Here is, after he is writing will be writing. Okay, he is writing, they are reading. But if it is given like this way, a letter is, then it will not be a letter is writing, that will be a letter is written. Why? That is the passive. Okay, here he is the action doer. Okay, that's why that is active. As it is active, here verb will be in form. Okay, he is writing, they are playing, we are playing, we are speaking, we are reading, right? They are reading. These are the present continuous form or past continuous form. After to, verb will be always present. But whenever you see these two has added as a prepositional phrase, these two is used as a prepositional phrase, then verb form will be informed. Suppose addicted to, adverse to, be used to, with a view to, look forward to, get used to. After this verb prepositional phrase, verb will be informed. Okay. Say for example, he went to Dhaka with a view to receiving his friends. He went to Dhaka looking forward to getting a good job. Okay, this is the examples. Now formula 18. If you see in the example or in the given passage, now at this moment or at the time, at the moment, at present, day by day, increasingly, rapidly, then verb form will be ing or present continuous tense. Okay, let's see the example. Mobile phone users are increasing day by day. That means the number of mobile phone users are increasing day by day. Here, that will be the present continuous, as day by day is available here, right? Okay, as available, day by day is available. That's why the verb form will be informed here. He is eating now, as now is available, the verb form will be ing here. Okay, informed here. Now formula 18, 19. Mind old without get used to, got used to be used to, can, couldn't help, cannot help, would you mind. After these types of verb will be informed. Would you mind take a cup of tea? That will not be the correct. Would you mind taking a cup of tea? That will be the correct. He can't help smoking. He can't help smoking. Okay. He can't help doing the work. He can't help doing the work. That will be the correct. Okay. Now, formula 20. We know after to, verb will be present, but this is the same rule. Already I have discussed these rules. Okay. Okay. Now 21. Except to, all prepositions, verb will be informed. You know, before we have got it that after to, verb will be present, but all kind of prepositions, except to, all kind of prepositions, after all kind of prepositions, except to, verb will be informed. Is fond of listening music. They own the match by playing well. The by playing well. Here by is preposition, right? As verb, by is preposition, after play, verb has added here inform. Okay. Now formula 20. While plus verb plus ing, but while plus subject plus present or past continuous. That means if you see after a while there is a verb, then verb will be informed. But when you see after a while there is a verb, there is a subject, and in that case you will write either it will be present continuous or past continuous. If you see the past verb or past first clause is in the present, then you will write in present continuous. If you see the sentence, the first clause is in the past tense, then you will write it past continuous. It depends on your sentence. Okay, that is the rules. I think these are the special kind of grammatical rules. If you know these types of rules, and if you know the tense, if you know the forms of verbs and their meanings, then you will be able to solve right form of verbs. I hope you will practice these rules and you will know the verbs, you learn the verbs, and you will practice more and more, and you will be able to solve right form of verbs easily and perfectly. Thank you. Thank you. That's all for today.